So I was taken in Atlanta, a series by rapper and director Donald Glover. You might know him for the song. And it had this episode called Trini to the Bone. And I must say, that shit hit home in a literal sense. I'm sure you could tell from my accent what I mean by that. But yeah, the episode basically explore the dynamics of Trini culture and how it does mix with American culture when Diaspora go across there and the different trials and tribulations people might face, including Americans as well. To explain it better, I had to get into spoilers. So if you didn't see the episode, it's episode 7, season 3 of Atlanta. So yeah, I warned you before. But basically, it come down to, it had this affluent American couple who have money to mind the child, but they're not really minding the child, if you know what I mean now, bro. They're just taking the classic Trini nanny who go across there, and the nanny is the one who really raised the child. And we get to see how this little boy, in the opening parts of the episode, he don't want to eat his food because he don't have no spice in it, no seasoning. Then the father proceeds to go and get some curry mango, slight pepper curry mango, and he bust it up one time. And from right there is when the episode really hooked me now. I get to get more into it. For those who probably don't know, this is a very common thing in a lot of Trini families, where you might have a relative who go away and seek a better life or seek better employment to send back money or send back things for the family. And here we get to see the story of this woman, the nanny. I ain't gonna say she name right now. I will literally watch the episode. I ain't gonna say everything. But to make a long story short, this woman who taking care of this young man end up passing away. And we get to see how the incompetent parents, the white American parents, barely even know their child. Like, this woman raised their child in all the intricate ways beyond money, which was rubbing his back when he falling asleep, singing a song to him in the night, giving him a little jingle or something like that. Really paying effort into his food and stuff like that. Besides that, the parents are now faced with a dilemma where they don't have a replacement nanny. And it really showing how flick up them is, because the first thing them thinking is, don't just get a Chinese nanny because they want the son to speak Mandarin and he will be efficient in the business well if he could speak Mandarin. And then really even taking into account that their child was raised by this woman. This woman is a significant part of his life, right? I think I saw at one point the father did acknowledge that, but you could clearly see them really that present, right? But this is where I had to give Donald Glover he props as a writer and director, because you get to see that same level of competence, or at least I will say my perceived incompetence, on the Trini side when they end up in the funeral. White parents now decide that they was gonna carry the child to the funeral because they realized that his nanny was a huge part of his upbringing and his early life. And at the funeral now is where we really get to see a flip in the whole dynamic of perceived incompetence, right? And what I mean by that is, at the funeral, the nanny have daughters, and one of the daughters in particular had a huge grudge towards the mother, because she was thinking that the mother spent all this time in the States taking care of somebody else's child, and she was never really there for them in the same way that she was there for this rich couple child. She was never there for her in a sense to really sing the lullabies at night. She was never there to really rub she back when she going to sleep. But she provide for her financially. And this is where I really, again, I had to big up Donald Glover, because he really showed how these socio-economic factors could really tear apart a family or bring them together, or it just have a wide-reaching net of effects that you wouldn't really think about. And like I say, this episode hit home, like it really did hit home. And I was wondering to myself, how many people in Trinidad go through the same thing, where they have a parent that might be abroad and they will provide monetary help for them, but they don't really have that connection on an emotional level. It's really just money.